In fewer than 3 months, there have been 3 arrests linked to infant deaths in the area. All 3 men arrested were the fathers of the babies. Advocates say there are several options available for parents who are feeling pressured. News 18's Brittany Tyner reports that various organizations in Lafayette work to help young parents not allow the stress to become too much and that a baby is not injured or even killed.
Honestly, I think these are good resources and no things that I'll touch on in here.
Drew Phillips volunteers at Life Care Services Pregnancy Center, working one-on-one with young men who will soon be fathers. One topic covered: stressful situations with a baby.
We do touch on that as far as what does care look like in the home, and specifically shaken baby syndrome. There's a video that we'll watch that talks about purple crying and just how to tell what those are, how to deal with that emotionally.
Earlier this month, 20-year-old Cody Brown was arrested by Frankfort police after his baby died from a severe head injury. In July, 22-year-old Devin Powell was arrested in Miami County after a baby girl died from a brain hemorrhage from blunt force trauma to the head. Then in June, 22-year-old Connor Jackson of Chalmers was arrested after his 2-month-old baby died from blunt force trauma to the head. Phillips wants other young fathers to know there is a support system out there.
There's resources out there and help for their questions that they have.
Another resource is at the YWCA of Greater Lafayette. Its TLC Family Enrichment Program meets weekly to cover topics like stress, discipline, and anger management.
Last week we talked about getting to know yourself as a parent, which is really very important because if you don't understand who you are and what your goals are as a parent, it's going to make your job that much harder.
Dr. James Bean is a pediatrician and the regional doctor who works with Riley Hospital for Children to help recognize and treat child abuse. He says some signs to look for: injuries that are not normal for the child's age, or a story that doesn't quite match up. And for infants, bruising.
As a tiny infant has very little ability to injure themselves, and so any bruise on an infant would be something to ask further questions about.
But before it gets that far, Phillips wants parents to know resources are available.
I think the number one thing I want them to understand is just how crucial a role they play in their child's life.
Dr. Bean says all adults are mandatory reporters when they suspect abuse or neglect on a child. We will have the number for the Indiana Child Abuse and Neglect Hotline posted on WLFI.com in just a few minutes.